Hey guys, welcome to another video here on my channel. It's your girl Christina. Welcome. Now, this video is bittersweet. As most of you know, June was the last month in my Cloth and Paper A5 6-ring foundations planner in color Cortado. I purchased this back in December 2023, and when I purchased this planner, I had no intention of swapping halfway through the year. However, I felt inclined to because I was never in love with this planner. I was in love with the idea of this planner. I wanted this to work, but what appears to be manufacturing issues just rubbed me the wrong way. But I'll start things off on the right foot. First and foremost, I love this color, Cortado. This shade of brown is so unique and chic that I knew this was the planner I wanted. This is the planner I envisioned for myself in 2024. In terms of color, I do love that this comes in two sizes. The one that I have here is an A5 6-ring, and then there's also an option to purchase a personal size. I was also looking for a planner that didn't have such large rings. These rings here are 30 millimeter, so not big at all. I also wanted a planner with the credit card holder on the left side. The year prior, I was in the Norfolk Filofax, and the credit card holder was on the right side, which, I don't know, for the person who is using this planner, it's a missed design moment. Because this year I had so much fun using my creative and design side to put together these deco cards and dashboards in the front section of my planner. Like, this was a lot of fun. And I think everything I just mentioned are features that I still absolutely adore about this planner. The color, size, the credit card holder. But as I said, it's the quality of the planner that didn't measure up. And so it always just left a bad taste in my mouth. So things I didn't anticipate and probably wouldn't have experienced if I hadn't purchased this was the leather. I give Cloth and Paper credit in terms of the quality of the leather. Like, this is beautiful. This feels beautiful. It feels high quality. However, the problem I have is in how it's made or how the leather's been handled. When you look at the cover, it's just not smooth. Like, you can see wrinkles and odd deformities, which are quite noticeable. This planner is actually the second one I received from Cloth and Paper. The first one was so bad. So many of you commented on how bad it looked. I was very thankful for that, because before any of you said anything, I thought maybe it was just me. Maybe I'm the one overthinking things. However, many of you were having a similar experience with the foundations planner. It's the leather and also the rings. I have a friend who also purchased this planner, and she said that her rings were pretty loose. And she thought that was a bit odd because it's a brand new planner. Even though they sent me the second one, there are still wrinkles and dents, but it's not as noticeable as the first planner I received. Here are my theories on why this is an issue, like why the cover looks like this. One, this planner takes if you look at the planner, it takes 2 slabs of leather, and it is attached to one another. The fact that the one on the outside might have just a little bit more excess material could be the reason it has like this wrinkle. It just seems like it's an air pocket. Like, it's too much. It's not tight, and the measurements aren't perfect. Theory number 2, the treatment of the leather maybe the material was like the leather itself was exposed to heat, and leather especially will change depending on its environment. Could be either one, or it could be a combination of both theories. Who knows? But that's just my guess. When you are dealing with a real leather, you don't get a Louis Vuitton leather bag or a Chanel leather bag and all of a sudden it's has wrinkles and deformities and dents. That's just not how it is. Yes, over time, the bag will take form to things, right? The environment will change the way that the leather feels, right? And of course, the company will send you instructions on how to take care of your leather product, and so that you can keep the shape of it for as long as possible. But this is just so much different. Like, this product should not have come to me looking like this. So, as I was using this planner, there were a couple of things I've learned since using this. This is an A5, but it's actually quite big. Like, I do feel that there's like excess material. Like, this planner measures at 8 inches wide and 9.75 inches high. I'm going to compare this to the planner I'm currently using, the Rosie Apple Vegan Leather Planner. This is measured at 7.68 inches by 9.45 inches. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot. Now, because the cloth and paper is a genuine cowhide leather, any excess material adds weight to this, right? Because that's a big thing that a lot of people want to know. Is this planner portable? Just adds a lot of weight to this. Like, this is tough to carry around every day. Now, another thing that bothered me, and I've mentioned this before, but the stitching. Ugh, the stitching. You would never notice this detail in photos. You don't. If you go to the Cloth and Paper website and you look at the product photos, you do not notice the stitching. And honestly, you shouldn't notice the stitching. But with this planner, you do, because the stitching is much lighter than the color of the planner, which honestly makes this look cheap. Like, I shouldn't be able to notice the stitching. If there are any flaws in the stitching, it is 100% noticeable. I kind of wish I had the first planner I received, because the stitching on that was so bad. This one isn't too bad. There's a couple, like here at the top, it doesn't look like a straight line. Another thing that I've noticed since using this is how the planner lays. So, I'm working out of my planner, and when I close the planner, the front panel here is never flushed with the back cover. I always have to mess with it so that it is flushed and that it lays straight. There was so much potential here to be like a household leather planner in the industry, right? When we hear Filofax and Gillio, when we hear brands like that, it's like these are companies that are bringing beautiful and great quality products. Sadly, Cloth and Paper missed their mark. For me, obviously, what I'm saying is based on my experience. I don't think every foundations planner is of this quality. There were also a handful of people who said they received their planners and they were perfectly fine. I just think that the lesson after this experience is, if you have any doubt in a product you spent money on, you're not happy with the quality, or it immediately breaks, then return it. I should have returned it immediately after unboxing this, but I didn't. I waited until it was past the 30 days, and because it was past 30 days, I was only able to exchange this for another one. And the second one I received, yeah, it still had deformities, but it just wasn't as bad as the first one. See, do you hear what I just said there? The fact that, okay, I received a second one, but okay, thank God it's not as bad as the first one. Like, that is the problem in what I'm saying, is that I'm settling for a product that I'm still not 100% happy with. Let's start with the flip through and go through everything. I have a cloth and paper grid memo pad, a Rosie deco card, which I believe was a freebie in an order. And then I have the cloth and paper monthly overview layered beautifully over it. I love what I did here. Like, I am obsessed with how this turned out. Like, playing around with colors, especially with black and cortado, this turned out so much better than I could have imagined. From a cloth and paper stationery sub box from 2023. So this is my base. And then I have this bookmark shaped deco card held together with the cloth and paper black leather paper clip, and this is magnetic. So in this section here is where I had like my personal information, vision board, my perpetual calendar, and there was one more thing. Oh, quarterly goals section in here, but I have moved those into my current planner. The dividers are from, I believe, Amazon. This came as a pack of 12. So you can see here, I only have 6 dividers in place. And then the other 6 I'm not using. I only had 6 months worth of inserts in here. The inserts are from Rosie, and it's organized by months, starting off with January. The stickers I used are the Cortado dot and spotlight stickers with the olive paper tape. I took inspo from my planner. I went all in on Cortado. I love that I started with these colors for the start of this planner. Like, I'm just so happy with this. And as for the weekly overview section, I used a lot of dot stickers, dot and spotlight stickers in the first week, but I soon learned that I can't use as many dot stickers because the dot stickers are a little bit bigger than the length of each line. So if you have dot stickers right next to each other, they overlap. It does look a bit crowded, but you'll see here in the later week, I use stickers very sparingly, and I love how this turned out. And this is where I was essentially learning how to implement stickers without overdoing it. I feel now I've found my true setup, which is much more functional than decorative. In February, I use the cloth and actually, these are not cloth and paper. These are from Rosie. These are the Rosie regular dot stickers. This is in the color creme. And I partnered these dot stickers with the cloth and paper grid paper tape. This is so cute. I love how this turned out. So pretty. And then for the weekly overview, because I didn't want to use all of these, in one monthly setup, I used the cloth and paper dot stickers and color linen for the weekly overview section. Okay, March. Platinum. This was fun. This was really fun. Sadly, the spotlight stickers were only a sample, so I wasn't able to use many in the weekly overview, but it worked out. And then this was the month I started using page flags for social media. I found myself not posting when I said I was going to. So instead of writing it down, I used page flags. So in case the project was moved to another date, instead of having to rewrite it, I just moved the page flag. In April, I used the Cloth and Paper Drop Stickers in Color Moscow, and this is the month I started experimenting with colors. I normally play it safe and stick to one color, but this month I mixed it up with these page flags, these gray ones. They have like a blue undertone, and I just thought like this bluish gray with this orange, it was a pretty combo. April was also the month I started using a new pen. I started using the Unipen fine liner in 0.03, and like this nib is so thin compared to January when I was using the Tombow Fudonesky brush pen. Comparing the two pens, like I love how bold the Tombow is. Like it just stands out on the page. I kind of miss this pen. But the problem I have with the Tombow Fudonesky brush pen is that it is a brush pen. So even though I'm using the hard tip, the brush part of the pen will soften over time, and then it'll start writing like an 08, which is pretty thick. Whereas the fine liner, it's thin and it stays writing this way. It doesn't change. I like both pens for different reasons, so I'll probably find myself using the Tombow Fudonesky brush pen again. So May was not my proudest month in my planner. I just wasn't using the planner overview like I normally do. Yeah, it looks sad. But the stickers I used are the Cloth and Paper dot stickers in Ibiza. And then I used page flags. I think these are the Chia plus Lime Fresca page flags. I normally don't use page flags for my monthly overview, but I used it this month because my dad was visiting and we had all these things planned, but sometimes it just didn't go according to plan. Like maybe my dad wasn't in the mood to go to the movies on this day, so we would just move it to another day. That was much easier than having to use whiteout. And you know what? I did end up using a ton of whiteout here. I can't remember for what. Oh, it's because I wrote story time, which is like a reoccurring thing every Tuesday. But in May, the library that we go to, they did not have story time for the month of May. They were prepping for their summer reading challenge. So this month, it's a mess. So although the monthly overview was underwhelming, I do make up for it in the weekly overview because this turned out so pretty. Okay, June. Oh, I still need to pop in a photo here. For June, I used the, let's see. Okay, I used the Cloth and Paper graph paper tape again, and then the dot stickers are the Cloth and Paper dot stickers in color. I think this is nude. You really can't go with these colors, like this paper tape. I have so many dot stickers that go well with this paper tape. I'm gonna be sad when I run out of this because I don't think Cloth and Paper sells this anymore. For the page flags, I was using Rosie's. There's a like trio of page flags, but I tried this like blush with the nude, but I did not like how this looked. The colors clash a bit. So in the later weeks, you'll see that I switched to the gray, and that is much better with the paper tape and the dot stickers. This looks so much better. This is the month where I went on vacation and I posted my June weekly setup, and I emphasized in that video how setting up back-to-back weeks this week and this week, because my trip started Friday and then it goes into the next week. I thought that this was a great tactic for helping me pack and prep for our trip, and then the following week easing myself back into my routine. What I didn't account for was the fact that I'd get sick. I got sick over the weekend. I'm pretty sure Saturday and Sunday, I was just in bed for 2 days straight. Me getting sick here made me pause, not just on social media and content, but like house stuff, family stuff, social events. Like, I really felt like my life was falling apart because I just wasn't keeping up with things that I normally keep up with. And that's kind of what happens when you get sick. So yes, I fell behind on a lot of things, but I used the following week to play catch up, which was the first week of July, which is why all of my videos for the end of June were late. Moral of the story, having a planner is a great tool. How you use it can make the biggest difference. But if things don't go according to plan, it's important to know how to adapt. I used to have planner guilt anytime I didn't use my planner, but now I've trained myself to just let that go. And it's been really helpful for situations like this, like getting sick. I had 2 more sections, my content planning and then a book section, but those have been moved to my new planner. They haven't changed or anything, so if you've watched my flip throughs in the past, like my monthly flip throughs, those things haven't changed at all. This pocket is where I would place bills, but yeah, other than that, I really did enjoy my time with this planner. As I said earlier, it just bothered me that I spent money on a planner that I wasn't 100% happy with. I did not have the intention of switching leather planners. But now that I've done so, I will say it is kind of fun switching planners mid-year. Because also especially as a content creator, if I get to try 2 leather planners this year and then give you a real review on the wear and tear of these planners, then that makes it worth it. Because when I was going over the things like the stitching, the way that the leather, the way that the planner closes, those things I would have never known if I didn't use this planner for about 6 months and really give it a chance. So hopefully this video helps. I think that's it for today, and I hope you all enjoyed this. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.